Imagine this. What if an AI could manage every single second of your day for perfect, flawless productivity? On the surface, it sounds like a dream come true, right? But as we're about to see, giving up that control, well, it might cost us a lot more than we think. Okay, so this is a feeling we all know, right? It's a huge paradox of modern life. We're surrounded by all this technology that's supposed to make our lives easier, to save us time, and yet we feel more behind schedule than ever. It feels like we're constantly just drowning in tasks. And look, this isn't just a feeling in your head, it's a real, fundamental shift in our relationship with time itself. So, to really get why we're all feeling this way, we need to first wrap our heads around a kind of counterintuitive idea. It's called the modern efficiency trap. This whole idea just flips everything we've been told about productivity upside down. As the author Oliver Berkman points out, the more emails you manage to answer, the more emails you get back. The more tasks you tick off your list, the more tasks seem to get assigned to you. The system is literally designed to fill whatever free time you create. So the key takeaway here is you're not failing at time management. You're just running on a treadmill that speeds up the faster you go. And this efficiency trap? Well, it gets put on steroids by something that scholars call digital time. We're not talking about the steady tick-tock of a grandfather clock anymore. Oh no. This is about instant notifications, messages coming at you from all directions, and this 24/7 always-on culture. It just completely erases the lines between work and rest, creating this constant, fragmented sense of urgency that, frankly, our brains were never built to handle. So, how in the world did we even get here? I mean, this obsession we have with time as some kind of resource, it's not natural. It's totally an invention. And to really understand it, we've got to look way back to a huge shift that happened long before our digital age. See, back in the medieval era, life was task-oriented. Time wasn't this thing you had. It was just part of what you were doing. You milked the cows when the cows needed milking. You harvested crops when the crops were ready. But then, boom, the Industrial Revolution hits and it changes the entire game. The clock turned time into this abstract resource, something totally separate from life that you could measure, you could manage, and most importantly, you could buy and sell. Our entire modern economy is built on that one idea. And that quote right there, man, it just perfectly nails the irony of it all. We try so hard to control every minute just so we can feel free, but in the process, we become complete slaves to the schedule. We start treating our own lives like an assembly line, trying to optimize every single moment. And we lose the very spontaneity and meaning we were hoping to make room for in the first place. Okay, so if the clock was the big boss back in the industrial age, well, there's a new master emerging today. The algorithm is setting a brand new digital tempo for our lives. And this is where things start to get really personal. See, algorithmic nudging isn't about some robot boss barking orders at you. No, it's way more subtle than that. I mean, just think about it. Those little pings from your phone, the delivery route your app suggests, that recommended for you list on every site you visit. These are all algorithms learning your patterns and gently, or let's be honest, not so gently, pushing you towards certain behaviors that are designed for maximum efficiency or profit. And listen, this isn't science fiction we're talking about. This isn't some far-off future. This quote from the Harvard Business Review says it all. It's already a core part of modern business, especially in the gig economy. Companies are using our data right now to shape what we do in real time, which of course begs the question, where does this trend actually end? Which leads us to the ultimate, and let's face it, very seductive promise. What if we just handed over the reins completely? I mean, imagine a life on autopilot, perfected by AI. And let's be honest, the pitch is so tempting. No more decision fatigue. No more wasted minutes. Just a perfectly orchestrated life where an AI schedules every task, every break, every single interaction for the best possible results. It really does feel like the final solution to this whole struggle with time we've been having for centuries. I mean, just picture it for a second. What would your day even look like? Your smart device wakes you up at the exact perfect moment in your sleep cycle so you're maximally alert. Your breakfast is timed for peak metabolic efficiency. Your work is all broken down into these hyper-focused blocks, and you get breaks scheduled right before you're about to burn out. Even your social life gets optimized. The algorithm tells you who to see and for exactly how long to maintain your social battery. It sounds, well, perfect, doesn't it? But in this perfectly efficient world, what's the human cost? What do we actually lose when we decide to outsource our own lives? And this is where we hit a really big, thorny ethical question. So let's imagine an AI makes the quote-unquote right call.
It denies a loan to someone who statistically would default, or it schedules the most efficient medical treatment. Is the outcome the only thing that matters? Or is the process itself, the act of one human being making a big decision about another human being, morally important on its own?
This is where this concept of a right to a human decision comes into play. The whole argument is that for the really big moments in life, the ones involving our freedom, our health, our most important relationships, we deserve the judgment of another person, not just the cold output of a machine. And this quote, man, it just gets right to the heart of the matter. An algorithm can calculate probability, sure, but it can't appreciate the stakes. It can't understand the real weight of its decision on a specific person's life. A human decision maker brings something to the table an algorithm never can. That messy, complicated, but absolutely crucial thing we call empathy. So, when we hand over the keys to our lives to an algorithm, these are the kinds of things that start to fade away. We stop truly seeing each other. That's recognition, respect. We don't have to carry the moral weight of our own choices anymore. We lose our regard for our shared vulnerability. And in doing that, we just slowly chip away at human dignity itself, becoming just cogs in a giant machine we built. So that's the journey we've been on, right? From the invention of the clock, which turned our time into a product, all the way to the rise of the algorithm, which promises to manage that product with perfect, inhuman efficiency. And this leaves us with one final massive question. A life without any friction or error or wasted moments might be incredibly productive, for sure. But a life without choice, without spontaneity, without that messy, unpredictable process of just being human, is that truly a life at all? It's definitely something to chew on the next time your phone buzzes.